MC?
Me? Oh, nice. So we're going to do a few dinner now.
Okay, we're going to start.
Because now they have masks on and you can't see anybody's face.
Melody, we're live, right? Okay, so we're going to start with the flag raising. So Sharon, your first slide says we're going to start with the flag raising.
Okay. Now, yep. You have to go outside. You're going to do the flag raising. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we're live, ready to go. 그러면 많이 못つってないね。もう一個だけ持ちます。干渉カメラにしてください。そうですね。To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. I'm Sharon. I'll be your MC this morning. Okay, before we begin, we have a very special guest this morning. She's sitting at the computer there, and her name is Melody, Reverend and Minnie's granddaughter. Yay. Welcome, Melody. I haven't seen you for so long. Do we have any other special people came in this morning? Sure.
My brother John is joining us this morning from Vegas.
Yay, John. And your name is Doctor?
Corey?
Corey?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Corey. Welcome. Okay, let us begin the service by singing the Vandana Tisarana together in both Pali and English.
Namo tassa
The words will be found on the screen. This will be followed by quiet meditation.
Amanda, listen, Amanda, listen, Amanda. Does it say meditation? Sorry, I can't see the screen. Meditation. Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfy. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Now sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out. As you breathe in, you feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
On the first Sunday of each month, we remember all those who have passed on before us, honored ancestors, departed loved ones, dear friends, and beloved companions. Reverend Carol will read the list of memorial cycles for the month of August. During this time, we encourage everyone both here in person and at home joining us by live stream to offer incense and reflect upon the continued influence of our departed loved ones and honored ancestors.
I forgot to light the charcoals for these other ones. But the center one is ready to go, so monthly memorials for the month of August. Tadato Goe, 1933. Genji Goshi, 1958. Chiyo Hashimoto, 1966. Andrew Tsuruo Kido, 1973. Otozo Nishida, 2005. Kuniko Matsui, 1985. Kume Yoshioka, 1948. Susumu Sakaida, 1956. Tyrus Torao Hashimoto, 1986. Masaichi Hedani, 1939. Hideo Hamamoto, 1962. Yoshimi Nakamura,
1987. Mino Hachiguchi, 1927. Tatsuo Nishimoto, 1971. Grace Harue Otsubo, 1971. Kiyoshi Kijima, 2000. Taki Sakae, 1930. Kaichi Matsui, 1940. Kikue Kojima, 1956. Haruko Kubo, 1977. Violet Kido, 2002. Toshi Iwamoto, 1966. Masaki Yuki, 1928. Fujiko Nishida, 2014. Hitoki Kusakabe, 1938. Grace Mie Kijima, 2019. Momoe Shimote, 1996. Seiroku Kawakami, 1945. Hinayo Okamura, 1998. Hirokichi Oomura, 1950. Kimio Okuno, 1915. George Yutaka Kayatani, 1954. Marvin Hanae Moore, 2012. Taichi Imada, 1959. Tokyo Richard Morita, 1993. Hayato Takeda, 1990. Fudeko Maeda, 2009. Yoshiteru Takishita, 2003. Nihei Ueki, 1956. Kikue Oda, 1958. Hitoshi Yamashita, 2016. Towa Kobayashi, 1961. Ikuji Shiraishi, 1968. Torao Tomita, 2001. Tozuchi Iwamoto, 1940. Takito Hamamoto, 1984. Akio Takishita, 1987. Leilani Michie Matsumura, 2010. Kimiko Hamai, 1955. Yoneko Ibara, 1986. Oh my goodness.
Are we doing the birthdays?
Oops.
Oops.
It should be in there somewhere. It's after Golden Chain.
After Golden Chain. Okay. Oops. All right. We will now recite the Golden Chain of Love. Let us all begin. I am a link in love.
I keep my leg bright and strong.
Kind and gentle to every living thing, and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts,
To say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that what I do now depends not only my happiness or your happiness, but also that of others. May everything in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amita. Namo.
All right, it's birthday time. Okay, on the first Sunday of each month, and these are for our visitors, we celebrate birthdays. Here's a list of birthdays we know about. If your birthday is in the month, please come up to the front. We have cupcakes, and this is made by Auntie Mimi. Even if you didn't have a birthday, come on up. Okay, so we have Lena Hamai, Wesley Kosaka, Sierra Kosaka, Dan Nako, Sydney Nako, Alice Sugimura, Leatrice Taketa, Jean Hazelton, okay, Cruz Galicina. All right, Paul Nishida. Yay! Okay, Jason Momoa.
Yeah, sorry. He's filming something today. Unfortunately, it's not available to come for the birthday celebration.
Okay, can Grandpa Floyd
Anybody
come
else?
up for a cruise?
Might as well take it
That's
home.
right.
Anybody else? Any of our visitors or guests?
Anybody else who would like to have a birthday?
Yeah, I think everybody under the height of, say, about 5 feet tall is probably okay for a birthday.
That's you. Did you take a picture of us? The white one?
Okay, Auntie Jean, can I get
Get over there. There's still room. Okay, let me call the door. I'll give you the makeup there.
Are we here?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, are we ready to sing happy birthday? Get ready. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah.
Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Okay, happy birthday. And I think Auntie Diane has a special container you can keep your cupcake for next time.
She's very precise. So
Well,
we have
careful now, keep your
containers.
cupcake.
Blow out your candle. You don't want to set yourself on fire. Uncle Paul, you don't want to set yourself on fire.
Okay, now it's children's story time.
Okay. Hopefully. Oh. Sensei. Hey, Sensei, you forgot to put the script on. So we'll just make it up live from Makawao. It's Children's Dharma Story Time, starring me, Barkley the Dog, and Lucy the Ladybug, with special guests. Snoopy, Green Snoopy. What was this guy's name? Kermit the Gosho Frog, and the Lamb Chop, I guess, and a monkey. Anyway, we need names for these guys. And actually, we have a voice, right? Yes. What was her name? I'm sorry. Sheila the sheep. And what does her voice sound like? Okay, we're going to have to convince her to do the voice next time. So anyway, welcome. I can see all kinds of Dharma friends here, and I don't have my list of the people looking from online. Out there in the outline line, thank you very much. Let's begin the story, because it's one of Sensei's favorite stories. It's called They All Saw a Cat by Brendan Wensley. They All Saw a Cat by Brendan Wensley. The cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And the child saw a cat. And the dog saw a cat. And the fox saw a cat. Yes, they all saw a cat. The cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And the fish saw a cat. And the mouse saw a cat. And the bee saw a cat. Yes, they all saw the cat. The cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And the bird saw a cat. And the flea saw a cat. And the snake saw a cat. And the skunk saw a cat. And the worm saw a cat. And the bat saw a cat. Yes, they all saw a cat. Yes, they all saw a cat. A child, and a dog, and a fox, and a fish, and a mouse, and a bee, and a bird, and a flea, and a snake, and a skunk, and a worm, and a bat. The cat knew them all, and they all knew the cat. And the cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And then it came to the water. And imagine what it saw. They all saw a cat. The end. Okay, Sensei, since you forgot to print out the script, all of your jokes are not here. So we're going to have to make something up. Okay. Sorry. Hey, wait, wasn't that a great story? Hey, Kenneth, what'd you think of the story? What part you like? Really? I love that part too. Ooh, wait. Okay. Yeah, I like the part where the flea, a flea was looking at the cat, and all the cat could see, all the flea could see was this big furry thing. And that's it. Right?
My favorite part was when the cat turned him out. And the cat was
Ah, so that's what the mouse saw, right? It's a scary cat. What do you think a dog would see? Yeah, exactly, that face. I wish we had a camera to zoom in on your face. Okay, everybody in the front row, let's make that scary dog cat face. Very good. Well, because you can only be who you really are. So, let's see. Let's ask Kenneth. Who are you? Who are you? Kenneth! Oh, of course. I should have known that. Okay. How about let's ask Sierra. Hey, Sierra, who are you?
Sierra.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. You guys are just too clever for me. Okay, so we're just going to skip ahead to Sensei's boring Dharma talk now, because let me share a secret with you kids, okay? About halfway through Sensei's Dharma talk, I'm going to hijack the service, okay? And then we're going to go outside and have a bunch of fun because it's summertime! Yeah, you're supposed to clap at this point. Yay! Let's go ahead, fade to black. And somebody says, Sensei, you forgot something. Be good, but not too much. Okay, sorry. That joke is falling flat every Sunday. We have to work on that. So, a very brief message for the adults in the room. Who or what do you see in the mirror? So on the first day of seminary, Chōbukyo Gakuin in Kyoto, the instructor asks the student to stand up and introduce yourself. So I stand up and say, hello, my name is Kerry Kiyohara. And the sensei says, no, that's your name. Who are you? I'm an exchange student. I'm studying to be Kaikyoshi minister in Hawaii. No, that's what you do. Who are you? I'm originally from Los Angeles, California. No, that's where you're from. Who are you? I studied Japanese at Waseda University and the University of Southern California. No, that's what you've done. Who are you? I worked as a copywriter, consultant, CMO, COO, and CEO. No, those were your job titles. Who are you? So this line of questioning continues on, until the student realizes there is no question. I'm sorry, there's no answer to the question. Who are you? Who are you? So much of what we think of as me, who's Kerry, is actually the accumulation of things that we've done or things that we do, right? The titles and credentials. The titles and credentials that we acquire, where we're from, what we've done, those sorts of things. But who am I? Who am I? Who are you? Who are you? So today's story shows the different perspectives of various living beings. Right? When they see a cat, and each living being sees the cat in a different way. Right? So there's the cat, right? So the mouse looking at the cat, and the cat looks really scary. Right? So I love the scene, yeah, with the flea, because the cat was just big, huge, furry thing. It was just like amazing. So everybody sees something different from their own perspective, based on their own experiences, based on the things they've done, the things that they've studied. But what did the cat see in the mirror? So everybody who looked at the cat saw a cat. The cat looks in the mirror and says, what does the cat see? What does the cat see? They all saw a cat. Boom, and the story ends there. Right? That's pretty easy. So the question then for us as adults, we're supposed to be the adults in the room, who do you see when you look in the mirror? From a Buddhist perspective, what do you see when you look in the mirror? So one of the fundamental truths taught by the Buddha is the truth of non-self, in Sanskrit, Atma. So the Atma is a concept in Brahmanism, which is the dominant religion at the time, of the Buddhist time in India. And the prefix an is the negation or negative, so it means not self, non-self. So what does that mean? What does that mean? So the Atman is similar to the idea of Judeo-Christian eternal soul that goes to heaven or hell. Or sort of think of it as a permanent essence of me, of Carrie, that's going to be reborn after death, but only in the same social class. Think about that. During the Buddha's time, if you were born the king, when you die, you get to come back as king. Good deal. If you're a priest, and priests have a high position, you come back as a priest. Okay. If you're a farmer, you come back as a farmer. Oh, okay. But think of this. If you were a slave, you come back as a slave. If you were an untouchable, you come back as an untouchable. There's no way to break this. Rebirth or reincarnation was only within the same social class. So the Buddha and Buddhism offers a path to break free from this cycle of endless birth and death. And the Buddha offered this path to all people, regardless of social class. So it doesn't matter if you're the king or if you're an untouchable. This path is open to everyone. So the original path taught by the Buddha is the path of discipline. So you become a monk, you give up everything, you shave your head, you beg for food, you chant the sutras, you study the sutras continuously, and you don't get to stop until you become Buddha or die trying. But obviously not everyone's in a position to just turn their back on this world, to abandon their family, to give up their position, responsibilities, or wealth. But remember, Prince Siddhartha, he was the crown prince. He was the next in line to become the king. But he gives that all up in pursuit of the truth. So clearly, the Buddha was an exceptional human being. Not everybody gets to do this. But the causes and conditions of his life led him to renounce the world, dedicate his life to the pursuit of truth, and then having awakened to the truth, spend the rest of his life teaching. So the Buddha was clearly an exceptional human being. And if you hope to be Buddha in this life, in this body, you have to be exceptional. But everybody else is just utterly human. So as an ordinary, average, trying your best just to get by, a human being bumbling along in this unrepeatable life. So you're working really hard to pay the rent, hit the mortgage, the car loan, the education loan, the credit card bills. When you look in the mirror, do you see superhuman or do you see ordinary human? So the unexceptional, ordinary, average, utterly human being is called Gombu in the Jodo Shinshu Hongwanji tradition, which literally translates as just ordinary person. So the path of Nembutsu, the path of mindfulness of Amida Buddha, is for the Gombu, is for the ordinary person. It's not for the exceptional person. Shinran Shonin, the founder of the Jodo Shinshu Hongwanji tradition, taught that we, as Gombu, as unexceptional, ordinary human beings, will never be able to achieve awakening, becoming Buddha, on our own power because our ego will get in the way. And he shares this because his ego got in the way, and he could not achieve awakening despite 20 years of hard work. So me, right, my ego likes to think I'm exceptional. I could become Buddha if I really tried. I'm just too busy right now. I'll become Buddha tomorrow. And that's when Amida Buddha laughs at me and smiles and says kindly, "Yeah, right, dude. Good luck with that. But no worries, I have a measurable life. Take your time, I'll wait until you're ready. Just remember, compassion is always reaching out to you, dude. Now, I'm not really sure why Amida Buddha talks to me like a California surfer dude, but there you go. Here's another perspective on it. There are two ways of listening to the Buddha's teachings. One way is to listen, and by listening become better people. The other way is to listen and to realize the more one listens, the more one awakens to one's worthlessness. For me then, to listen to the teachings means the more I hear, rather than becoming a better person or improving, the more I realize the opposite, my worthlessness. And this is a quotation of Zen Taro, who lived in the 18th century, 18th, 19th centuries, and is considered a myokoni, which is an interesting class of people in Jodo Shinshu, which basically means they're a wonderful and rare person, have very profound spiritual understanding, and yet they're not priests or highly educated academics or anything like that. Just ordinary, average human beings who've awakened to Amida Buddha's compassion working in their lives. So worthlessness in this sense means not being capable or able of awakening on one's own power. So it's only human to think. I say Namo Amida Butsu, yes, I'm a better person than all those other guys. And if you pull back again, well, I have a bigger house, I have a faster car, I have a higher position than those other guys. I'm better than those other guys. And so by virtue of Buddhist practice, we become better than those other guys. That's a very human feeling, a very human way to do it. But in Jodo Shinshu, we're brought to awakening, to truly see the worthlessness of me, of my ego, in the pursuit of awakening in this body, in this life, through the working of Amida's compassion. It has nothing to do with what I do, right? Which is completely the opposite of the American dream, right? Work hard, get ahead of those other guys. When Amida speaks to me, I realize, maybe finally, that me, my ego, is too big, it's too hard, and my body and my mind, because they're just ordinary human body, ordinary human mind, is decaying a lot faster than I like to think about. So it's like forgetting to put the script stuff into today's talk. It's like, oh, I thought about it, but I didn't do it. Oops. So the only path to awakening, to becoming Buddha for me, is in trusting in all-inclusive wisdom and all-embracing compassion, the Buddha Amida. And this is the truth of non-self. Right? Remember, the Buddha taught non-self. I can't do it by myself. I'd like to think so, or at least I always think so. But if I'm really honest, I cannot. So, who or what do you see when you look in the mirror? So let's close with the wisdom of Denyo Shonin, the 8th Monshu of the Hongwanji, who lived in the 15th century and is revered as the great restorer of the Hongwanji tradition. Listen to the Buddha's teachings, even if you must take time from your daily business. To believe you will listen when you have some spare time is shallow thinking. There is no tomorrow in listening to the teachings. The wisdom of Denyo Shonin. Namo Amida Butsu. And thank you very much for listening this morning. So just say Namo Amida Butsu.
Okay.
Okay, the next one.
All right. We'll now chant the sutra. We all now chant the Metta Sutra, the Loving Kindness Sutra. Okay, ready with Reverend Carey.
May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well.
May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony.
Okay, Reverend Carrie will now lead us in the gratitude meditation.
Let's sit together quietly again for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight. Line your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to your foot. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway so that you're looking both inwardly and outwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in. And breathe out. In. And out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. And as you breathe out, just say Makawao. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation.
Okay. We'll now sing Onduka-san, which is written by the hymn of gratitude written by Shinran Shonin. If we all stand. Please remain standing for the Nembusu.
Oh
of listening to the Buddha's teachings. One way is to listen, and by listening, become better people. The other way is to listen and realize the more one listens, the more one awakens to one's worthlessness. For me then, to listen to the teachings means the more I hear, rather than becoming a better person or improving, the more I realize the opposite, my worthlessness. The wisdom of Zen talk. Namo Amida Butsu.
Okay, please be seated. Announcements.
Okay. Anybody have an announcement? Yes, I do! Hey, we're going to end the service right here and have some fun. Unless somebody, I see, hey, it's Auntie Bobby. Got something out there. And we got Jay.
We have a baby.
Her name is Kiyomi Nakagawa Victory.
Cool. Congratulations.
Okay. Okay, Jamie.
We have a Panda Express fundraiser that's coming August 12th. So we're coming, I think next week Friday. So if you guys are interested in helping out junior line, we do have a fundraiser. And today I will be in the Sangha Hall to give you an email so that she can send you the flyer. It's going to be through online orders. Panda Express, so if you're doing online orders, you can put in the code and then some of that profit will go towards sharing. Thank you.
Jamie, make sure that I get a copy of that. I'll put it on Facebook and stuff, and then because actually it's a national promotion. Anybody, anywhere can use that code, and the junior YBA in Maui gets paid, which is pretty cool. So Melody, what do you say we eat Chinese food this Friday? Cool. Oh, actually, Berkeley does thumbs up equals sideways. Okay, I have to work on that. Where am I?
Fun day.
It's fun day. That's right, Sensei. Hey, because you're forgetting everything else. I'm going to take over the service from now. So this is the end of the service. We're going to have some fun. Okay, so raise your hand if you played Whack the Watermelon. It's actually a Japanese thing.
Whack the watermelon.
During the summer. And nobody's done Whack the Watermelon? Okay. First time for everything, we're going to do Whack the Watermelon today. It's actually a Japanese tradition for the summer called, was it Suika Wari? Suika Wari, which means Suika is watermelon, Wari is to cut in half. So split the watermelon. If you played the piñata before, the Mexican piñata, same idea, you put a blindfold on, we'll put a watermelon on the ground. I'll give you a stick. It's actually a wooden sword, so please be careful with it. And then we spin you around one time. And then everyone who's standing around says, it's right in front of you, it's right in front of you, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. Okay, and go. You get one strike, whack, and hopefully you hit the watermelon. And the person who splits the watermelon gets to eat the first piece. That's it. So imagine you're at the beach, it's really hot, it's really humid, and then you do Whack the Watermelon game. So that's it. So we're going to take a couple minutes to set up for that. In the meantime, I was going to encourage everyone to bong the gong. Okay. We also have, I put the taiko somewhere. Right? Yeah, so what's that one? Like tap the taiko? Somebody come up with a T word for hitting the taiko, okay? So was it bong the gong, tap the taiko? That's not a good one. You can also hit the concho, might as well, right? I mean, if you've ever wanted to hit the concho bell, I'll show you how to do it. And then we'll do Whack the Watermelon. Also got a lot of water balloons. Okay, and it's sort of like, oops, I forgot to tell everybody, bring the clothes to change in because you might get wet. So it might be, I can see all the parents kind of going, thanks, Sensei. So we might have to throw water balloons at the Sensei who forgot to tell the parents, your kids are going to get wet. Okay, so we're going to figure something out. So, and then, if that's not enough fun, Auntie Sharon says she's going to make...
What am I going to make? Oh, root beer float, thanks to ice cream from the sky.
Ooh, okay.
Root beer float, okay.
Okay, so if there's no other announcements, we're going to go ahead. I would say go ahead, and if you want to bong the gong or tap the taiko or do the concho, let me get set up for whack the watermelon, and we'll be ready to go outside. Me personally, I'm going to change the clothes that can get wet.
Okay, let's end the broadcast. We'll keep broadcasting.
So Melody, when do you start school?
Oh, we're really going down the line. Take a whack, go ahead. I'll try to keep it on the plate so we don't we can actually beat the watermelon. Oh. Oh.
I moved the camera, but I forgot to take a picture.